Hey, how's it going? Hope you guys doing well. Welcome in, Marcus. It's way too hot. I'm gonna start out right now. It is hot today. It is hotter tomorrow. So, God damn it! Just let's start that off the bat. Let's let. I am miserable, and I'll be more miserable tomorrow. Hope you guys doing better. I was like, man, it's really hot today. I look at the temperature. I'm like, oh yeah, it's, you know, it's 80 outside, so that means it's already 76 so far inside. It's only gonna get worse, and tomorrow's gonna be 85. But supposedly it's gonna be cloudy, but it's never cloudy when it's gonna be cloudy. It'll be cloudy almost all day, and then when I need to actually, you know, have it be the cloudy time, it's gonna be sunny time, and it's gonna heat up. Curse you, sun! At least it's only a couple of days. Anyway, I hope you guys doing well. I'm excited to start figuring out the new boss, kind of, because I think we found a good one yesterday as a possibility, and having two like very unique faces is going to be interesting, and I think he'll fit better into the steampunk world, so we could put him in the steampunk one, and if we go with the hell version, then like I was thinking, then maybe the golem can go into the hell version. And I can just tweak the colors, maybe even make it a little more red, and then it'll be like good enough too. You know, maybe. Anyway, yeah, that's the plan. Today's gonna be a lot of figuring out how we want it to work, and then going from there to seeing what animations we're gonna need. We are gonna need animations, but I don't know. We might be able to get some on Mixamo and whatnot. So we need to take a look at what's there. So, shall we get into it? Yep, yoink some animations, exactly. So this is what we have so far, right? It's this guy, right? It's our tiny-headed, absolutely tiny-headed, misproportioned guy, but it works for what we need. So, you know. Hey Joey, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I saw that they're doing AI stuff, and I don't really give a shit. Sure. Until I find something in 5.9 that's actually matters to most people, I'm not gonna. I don't care. Cool. Yeah, more AI. Don't care about MCP. Looks like the Koopa from the old Mario movie. I haven't seen it, but I'll take your word for it. But let's make a note first of the animations we have and animations we want to use. So you know what? Let's go to a new level. Let's make a kind of a list of things that we have, and then go from there. I don't want a back walk. We don't want back walk. We just want a regular walk. Back walk, back walk, back walk. Block, I don't think we care about. It would almost be like a hit. It's almost like a hit, but I don't think we need this one. I'll keep it just in case, but I don't think we need it. Then we have block 1. What's the difference here? This was quicker. Okay. What's it in here? Okay. This is the best one out of those. I don't think we're going to be using that one, but they're going to move a bunch of plugins to production ready. Says who and what plugins. I want to know where they said that. Not where someone guessed, but where did they say that? And what plugins? This is more like hit. Hey, Jen, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Okay, we got death, death, and death. We got 4 ways of dying. Let's see which one's going to be the best one. I mean, I feel like the worst one is this, and I think I don't want him launching back, so it's between these two. And in terms of the animations, if you look at where he ends, he's very clipping through the ground here, and he's a lot less clipping through the ground on this one, although in both it's not perfect. I feel like I'd rather have him fall forward. I like the knees thing. Yeah, we'll go with the knees thing. Okay, so we have some gun stuff. Gun. Well, I can already tell you we're not doing the one on the knee. This one, if we rotated him 9 degrees, could work. This one also. So these two could work. Death's a ragdoll physics. Change your mind. I don't really care to change your mind. If you enjoy those, then that's fine. Why would I want to change your mind? I don't care if you think they're ragdoll or not. That doesn't affect me. I think we're just gonna go with this. I don't think we need to go with the other ones. Idle doesn't really matter much. Jumper not gonna care about. I don't think we care about the kicks, but let's see. I mean, maybe. Maybe. The portal stuff, none of them, he doesn't appear through any of them. Right? The main thing is they do. He only leaves through them. He never appears through them, which is an oversight. Right? He's walking through, he's jumping through, he's falling back through, he's just next to it. Right? So I think we just don't do any of them. Early games had that issue. 3 death animations. Got tedious to see. I mean, depends on what kind of game it is. I don't think the death animation matters at all for most games. Like, as long as it's there, like, cool, it dies. Right? When you play a fighting game, the fighting animation, the death animation, all of those is the same. But I don't hear anybody who plays fighting games ever be like, man, I love this game. If only the death animations, you know, just weren't always the same. No one gives a shit. When I say no one, right? Basically, no one gives a shit. Not something that's important to most people. Yeah, I don't think we care about these. We have a lot less gun animations than I thought. Okay, so we have a couple of run ones. Why does he feel like he should be falling over in this one? Like, he feels like he's too angled for the speed he's running. I think this one's better because of that. He can be relatively quick. That's fine. Oh, there's a walk as well. Okay, let's see the walks. The walks might be better. There's a lot of walks. Hey, Stormrun, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Okay, we don't care about you. Ooh, I like this one. Screw the run. This one seems intimidating. This one just seems stupid. This seems like just doesn't care. This was like pretending to be stealthy. This one, I like this one. So I think get rid of these. Do I care about having a run? For a boss, it doesn't make sense. I'm getting rid of it. I mean, it's a boss, so we have our hit if we need a hit. We have the death. This one's stupid. We're getting rid of this. Then we have like a big blast. We have a non-caring blast. We have the continuous fire. That's 3 gun attack. And we have the normal walk. We also have a kick. The kick we'll probably never utilize. Let's start writing these down. Okay, so we have slow one shot. It's gonna be gun. Medium one shot, and then multi-fire. Right, that's how I'm gonna name. This is the slow. This is the medium. This is the quick fire. Okay. Then we have we just have a kick. So we'll just put it under. Let's do what's it called? Hammer, and then like other. I mean, idle camera spin around the player, and after 1 minute of inactivity, the Pokemon goes to sleep. Nice. Yeah, I remember seeing that in many games. Many games being MMOs. Now that I think about it, that's a common thing in MMOs. Once you start going AFK, camera starts spinning, or like something happens. It happens in single player games, but it's less common. I feel like. MMOs, I feel like almost always have something like that. Then it goes to like sleep to let you know that, hey, you're going to be logged out soon, and they eventually get logged out. Is that... Are we only having 3 animations? Did I imagine that we had more? Let me save the current level. Right, we just took one of these kicks. Yeah, don't care about you. Don't care about you. These are the idols. So yeah, we got this one. We got this one. Yeah, we dropped this because I don't know. He's never... No animation here has him go onto one knee. So why is there an animation of him on a one knee? What's the idea of... I guess you just blend between one and the other. That just uses a blend animation. Yeah, the two other animations that we don't have is just same versions, just on one knee though. Huh. Yeah, that's all we got. But we have this hammer. We have the hammer. So. Question I have is, if I go and mix them. And when I look at animations. I assume I can look at animations without looking. Seems like. So I want combat, or I can just say one-handed. One hand. So let's see what we have. Okay, can't do this one. We need to have in place. Oh, I guess it's just called one hand, one each. I feel like there should be more. Hold on. Let me just search combat. Is there like a whole section for one-handed weapon? No? I like how I search 1H and I get first one's two-hand idle. What? Okay, what if I search sword? Sword and shield. That's not really it. So I could try also what we saw mace. Was the thing? Mace. How are we getting Macarena dents from mace? This is not even spelling mace anywhere. This is M-A-C-A. This is using a fax machine. How is it I search mace and I get this? What? How am I getting... I have questions. Hammer. No. I have a lot fewer animations than I thought I did. Let's see. Oh, here we go. This is not great, but at least it's something. Can I open this in a new window? New tab? No. It's not gonna let me. Okay, if I just now search now, standing melee attack. Will I get it? Oh, here we go. Here we go. How does this pop up all the other ones? I don't understand this search, but I think these will work. If he has a giant hammer, right, for one-handed. Yeah, I think these will work. One kick. This is not in place. Oh, it's a run jump, so it makes sense. Standing melee combo? There we go. That's what we want. Okay, so let's go ahead and make a list of what we want here. And then I'll download them. Okay, so let's write them down, and then we go from there. Standing melee attack. We want the 360. I feel like the 360 is good. This one moves forward, right? So we can't use this one? No, this is just a 2-hit. So there's a 2-hit and a 3-hit. Interesting. Don't care about the kick. These are named the same. Oh, this... Okay, no, there's more. Attack horizontal. So this is not the full name. 360 high. Okay. Standing melee combo, attack version 3. So what we're looking at. So this is the single one. Standing melee attack, 360 low. We don't want all of them. I'm just want to write them down, and then we can go from there. I think this is such a plain one that if I'd rather have this one. So skip that one. We don't care about the kick. Can't do this one. Or this one. This is the one we want, right? This is the combo. Yeah, this is the combo one. So we want version 2, which ironically is the 3-hit. Do we want a separate... I think we want a separate hit react. Do we? Because I'm going to want him to just hold... hold the weapon at all times. So, yeah. This is just, yeah, animation. Ooh, do I want this one? Ooh, I'd rather have this one. Standing react large form rate. Hey, Jacko, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we're planning the new boss. Figuring out how we want to do the attacks, phases, and what animations we're going to need, and all that good stuff. Okay, so we have a 2-hit combo and a 3-hit combo. Do we want both? So this is, hold on, this is the high, and this is the low. It is visually different. So we could utilize both. Let's figure out if we utilized both. That means the this one would just be a what? Large, like a large swing. With a motion trail effect kind of thing. But then the low one, we can have it affect the ground. So we can do one of those, and he spawns like one of those spikes going out, sort of like the attacks we do. Because they'll hit the ground. Then we have the horizontal. Well, hold on. But we have the this horizontal one. I feel like we don't need both. He's using attacks based on animations? Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what kind of attacks he can do based on the animations we can grab. Yeah, we'll need to modify them slightly. But it'll get us a good start. And then we can figure out what kind of custom stuff do we want to add and what kind of, go from there. Yeah. You gotta work with what you got. So I'm trying to see, what do we want? I probably don't want, probably don't want 5, but maybe we do want 5. Maybe you want a different one. We'll take a look also at the effects to see which ones would fit him. These are very similar, so I don't know if I want just a regular swing. That doesn't seem nearly as cool as this one. So I'm probably gonna, you know what? I'm gonna drop that one entirely. The standing melee combo version 3 has a 1, 2. What about the other one? Hold on. Is it the same start? 1, 2. Yes. So we're not gonna do the 2-hit. We're just gonna do the 3-hit. We'll do a ground explosion on the last hit. Okay. We're going to need a throw of hammer. And he tosses it to the side. Because he's going to be hammer bro to start with, and then he's going to be range bro. Which means he's going to need more anims here. That's not enough. We're going to need something more interesting. So we're gonna need probably like one of them being a laser. We can give him a laser. The problem with laser is it never visually lines up. I can give him like a throwing thing where like throws a grenade or something as well. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm okay with this. So let's start with this. And now let's figure out the rest. I'll download those after. So all right. He's gonna be hammer first. What are some cool? Do we have any? Hold on. Do I have any other animations? That I perhaps don't remember. Animations, combat. Well, actually, don't filter because it's horrible to filter. Combat magic animations. Apparently, I have, which is good to know. Ninja don't care about. Rifle, pistol, death animations. Mocap is not going to be good enough. Traversal atoms, brutal finishers. What are these? Are these all just sword atoms, basically? Is there a example video? Motion capture animation suitable for action game character. That doesn't explain anything. Oh, here. Okay. I just want to see if... Yeah, they're just like super quick ones, which aren't suited for him. And they're very much sword-oriented. Yeah, that's the ones we have these, but... Yeah, they're very much sword-oriented. Yeah, I would not be able to use these. Some of these just don't make sense. I don't know what the hell they're for. Like, that's a very specific one, right? Like, that's such a specific one. Jesus Christ. I would not call these adventure game atom set. Because a lot of them are very specifically also for a sword. Not like in general. Some of them are not like sword specific, but like that's, you know, that's obvious. Okay, so that's a no-go. So I don't have any basically then. What are the common magic animations? I don't remember these. I guess I have them. Good to know. I forgot about him. But he's not a magic guy. So I don't really care. But I should probably use these potentially for the other weapon. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I haven't casting the Warhammer. No. Okay, let's take a look at the effects we have. Can we use any of these vertical beams? Let's find out. He's definitely going to use the explosion stuff in his hammer form. But I don't know if we can utilize these. I don't think we'd be able to utilize these very well on him. For someone else, I think it could work, but not on him. I think this we can utilize on the hammer. Right, we can utilize these on the hammer. Even these. We don't have one where he smacks it down, does... Well, he smacks it down on the third of the combo one. But either way, like... Right, all these that I'm using also for the golem, I think are good. I think we can use these. And we can also use these because I kind of want him, some of his hammer hits to cause mini explosions. Because I think it'll be cool. Yeah. There's also the in-air ones that we have here. So we could like have stuff happening in air. I just don't know what attack would be for that. Hey, dual operator, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. But we're definitely going to utilize these as well. When he slams down, he needs to do more attacks slamming down. Maybe just a basic one when he slams down. So instead of just having the 360 ones, just a standard slam down. With an explosion effect. Throw a squid. Where is he going to get a squid from? Let's say we go with that. Where is he getting the squid from? If you can answer me that in a way that makes sense, you know. His pocket, he doesn't have, no, that, see that? If you can make that make sense, we'll talk. Not quite for these. Yeah, not quite for these. You just want Squidward in the game? I'll tell you what. If you put in substantial funding into the game, we'll put Squidward in the game. Well, a legally distinct version of Squidward. Can't put actual Squidward in the game. Unless you really put in the funding to get the license for that as well. Then we can literally put Squidward in the game. Would $10 at least get you the nose? No, sorry. It would get you a package build of the game, though, for the month and previous months. Make a statue with Squidward nose. If I made a statue of just Squidward's nose, it would just look like a penis. You do realize this, right? If you took Squidward's nose and just had it as a statue by itself, it would just look like a dick. I could make it I could give him this. I could give his attacks some ice elements. What's wrong with that? Well, I'm not saying anything is wrong with it. I just want you to realize that, when asking for that, you're basically asking for a statue of a dick, not so much just Squidward's nose. Episode where they chisel the marble sculptures is peak. Like, I can't remember specific episodes. It's been too long. There's too many too much ground stuff, maybe. Or what's the loot drops thing? Yeah, I don't think we need to care about any of these. I don't think we care about any of these. Or these. Like, I could have him shoot stuff from the air, but it'll just be a pain in the butt to, like, I don't have, like, just red circles in areas, right, anymore. So I don't think it would be, I'd rather use these muzzle flashes, because I have them, but I can't use them because they will never line up with this freaking sprite. I have a lot of nice Niagara effects. Yeah, all of these are from the same pack. I just bought them like a mega pack from one person. All right, same thing with these. Well, that's the downside of using sprites, right? You just can't have things line up like that. Like, I could put in well, I can put in the effects in like Blender and render them out, but I can't put Niagara in there. Why won't they work? Because it's a sprite. It does, and it's not three-dimensional. So the placement of where visually it needs to be is relative to the angle. So you would need to, and then depending on where you are with your camera, it'll also shift the visual of where it should line up, right? It's a whole thing. It's just not worth it. So we can use the slash effects right now. That's all fine. I mean, I don't do much to love it or things, I guess. I'm not doing much here. Yeah. I didn't hit stop, I know. So like these, right? I can't have these line up. We've tried this. It won't line up with his sprite. You can really see it when I load up the enemy that does the flamethrower that follows you. And these are just lightnings from above. I still have a good use case for them. Like, they're cool. Like, these are cool. But what's the use case? They can't be for, like, I could put them in the world. Actually, these would be very cool as instead of what I have currently as the cores of the. Yeah, I know where to use these, but this is like an environmental thing. They're not like a possibility. Is there a way to get them to line up? No, not any realistic way. I don't care. Why did it try to modify stuff? I just opened stuff. Oh, this is just like actual. Yeah, it doesn't work for him. He has a hammer. Smoke, tornadoes. I'm not touching this stuff. I'm just gonna restart it after. So I don't want to mess with stuff. Yeah, cool. Just not useful for me. This one's like one of the coolest ones. This one here. I need to figure out a use case. Oh, I said I wanted to restart, I guess. Oh no, I can't open it? Why not? I can just go grab the effects. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. But... Oh, that's the one that I... Never mind. Well, fuck you too. Vertical beams we already saw. If I come here to this. So these are really cool. Assuming they work. What do I need to do here? See, I was working on in their example. I don't know what you need to do for these. But they're supposed to be like creatures that fly out. Like visually they turn into like a creature that flies out. I don't know how it's done, and the level won't open. So fun! Never mind. Anyway. This is not it. This is, you see how it says animals? You're supposed to see the animals. Here's what we can try. Let me go to back to here, maps, and go unlit. No. We'll try one more last time, closing this as well. But I doubt it. I don't know what the hell's wrong with it. Yoo-hoo. I closed this. Okay. No, fuck you. I've had it open in the past. I don't know why it's upset now. Probably has something to do with the cache. It's my only guess. Yeah, but Unreal gods are never happy with me. Gods in general aren't happy with me. Unreal in general is not very happy with me. No one's ever happy with me. I'm not happy with me, so it all makes sense. It checks out. Okay, well, those are those. As for, by the way, as for the, why things can't line up, this guy is the best example I got of that. So he does a flamethrower and he rotates. Look at where his source is. Right? You see how the source needs to come out of his mouth? But there's no way to have it rotate towards you and somehow, because it's a sprite, it only has 8 directions, but you needed to rotate fully. And if he was like at an angle here, it would be like, it wouldn't come out visually straight. So that's why you can't have anything continuous look good. Like a laser, like fire, which is why I didn't want to do the dragon. Right? It just like, and this one, you can get away with it slightly in this one because it's kind of blurred where it comes out, but you can tell. I'll probably end up getting rid of this kind of attack mechanic. Like, it can exist as something that spawns in the world. Like, if someone threw a turret and the turret started doing flamethrower, I think it's fine. Because I think visually it looks pretty cool. But as the sprite itself that turns doing it, it's weird. If he was never turning, if he was just still, right? Even here, you could see, right? It should come out here, but it's coming out here because that's where the actual center is. Unfortunately, replacing it with a squid will not solve the problem, but I get where you're coming from. So, what else do we have? Let's take a look at some of the other stuff we have. I think this one I can get rid of because I'm pretty sure these aren't very good. These are like all the dot ones. Yeah, why do I still have this? What is still being used here? I hate the little dot effects. Where is this still being used? I think I'm using one effect from here. I just need to find where I'm using it and what I'm using it for, get rid of it, and then just kill this entire pack. Magic projectiles we have a lot of, so I'm not worried about the projectile stuff.
Pausing so you skip the part where I make a 200 node monstrosity that could have been 3 nodes.
You know what it was? You know what? Good randomization. Modify soul siphon. Yeah, I'm still using it on quite a few of these. Yeah, that's why. Something I'm using it. You're happy now? Glad. Yeah. There's no, what are these? That's all the effects we have. Oh, this is just the... Oh, there's also the, these effects. Like the ones I'm using already in other places. Yeah. This. Where's the spike one? You get the point. This one doesn't work. Oh, this one does work. But they're not gonna be good for him. This is the one that I'm using right now for myself, right? And I'll probably use something like this one for him. Or I'll modify this one to be a different color. Right? Because it can be different. We can customize it. Right, like we're using this, right? That's our effect. So I'm using quite a few of these. Right. But this aside, what do we... So what do we do? How do we do this? Best way of doing this. Yeah. Regular, we can have it again. These are all one-handed, so we can't do like super crazy stuff. How do we... I think we can do a jump, like a jump attack. Like one of these can be like a hold jump attack. Like one of the let's say the high one can be like a hold jump attack. So basically like the typical enemies that do a little hold and then they like launch towards you, right? And basically anything along the way gets hit. So that will be not just the motion trail, then it will be a big area. What's the vibe I'm going for the boss? I want him to start with the hammer, feel intimidating, but okay. And then really the second phase, he will drop the hammer in the world. He'll just drop it somewhere. So I'll make it a projectile that does not die, basically. It should work. Or wherever it hits, I'll make it so it spawns a hammer sprite. That's probably the easier one. That will just look like it's stuck in the ground. But then the second phase will be using the gun, where he's just gonna be firing projectiles at you. So he'll be our first, in a sense, a nearly full ranged guy for a phase. He'll still attack you. If you run up to him, he'll still shoot you in the face point blank. But that's gonna be his thing. I was originally gonna do projectile first and then he picks up the hammer, but that didn't really make sense. And it's also a lot easier to do hammer first. Because I feel like if you're getting hurt, you're gonna wanna like stay away versus go into melee all of a sudden. Is he wearing a trench coat? Wait, what? No. Why do you think he was wearing a trench coat? He's gonna be holding the hammer and he's gonna toss the hammer away. But that gives us a big explosion, old jump, a combo attack. You know what we can do, which we haven't done with, and would be a big pain in the butt to set up, is like an X type attack, but instead of X, it'll be like an 8 directional. So he'll hit, and in 8 directions, you'll have like mini explosions or something going out. Yeah, it was the guy that I had open before I closed it. It's the one we were looking at. This guy. This guy. Yeah, so he's gonna be holding this thing in one hand, and then he's gonna let it go into the world, and then he's gonna be going full ranged. Which is gonna be funny because he has a Gatling gun, effectively, but he's never gonna shoot projectiles that small. Him spinning in a circle firing could be an attack. Yeah, but why would he spin in a circle if you're gonna stay in one spot? Also, again, keep in mind that I could have him spin in a circle, but if he finds you, that he's gonna aim it towards you. I could do that. I've done something similar like that on another boss, where he'll continue to turn, but if he finds you inside of the range, he will go towards you until you get out of that range, then he'll continue as he was. But it won't be, it will be continuous firing of projectiles. Now, I guess, how would that work? Because projectiles take time to get to you. Unless he spins really quickly, you're gonna be able to dodge and not worry about it that much, unless they're slow. You can also do slow. There's ways of doing it. There's ways of doing it. I'll write it down, because I think it's not a bad idea, and there's ways of doing it. So right now we have slam down, which is an explosion. Could I have him throw and somehow pick up the hammer? I think I could get away with it. I think I could have him throw the hammer. Wait a moment. And effectively have another projectile spawned from the hammer back to him in another like catch animation. But when he throws it, it makes sense. He'll aim at you. Let's say he misses. As long as you're just slightly to the side, the return trip doesn't hurt you. It's just time for you to hit him, which feels like it's not that great. This isn't a steampunk world, so I can, magnetism. When he throws it, it'll be a phase change, was the original idea. He throws it, it's a phase change, he never picks it up again. I don't have to worry about any of that. That hammer will just stay there. So I think throwing it doesn't benefit me. How do I make the triple attack combo make sense? How do I make this make sense if you're further away? Like, I can give him a large, like a large radius to hit with, 1, 2. Last one needs to be like a big spike or something, which is what I'm thinking. Right. We have this to close distances on ranged. Can the hammer get bigger? No. Keep in mind that it's a sprite, so I would need to render this out. So I can't just have a hammer as a separate thing. This also puts up ground spikes. I feel like we need some other more interesting attacks. What can we do with the hammer? I feel what we can do is have him slam the ground 3 times in relatively quick succession to send like an attack, a ground attack in 3 directions. And then we could use which one was it? Was it this? And then we can use one of these. Like he sends one of these in 3 directions. Or why 3 directions? Towards the player. Fuck it, he just sends 3 of these towards the player. So, maybe you don't need 3 then. This is going to be a straight line explosions with range towards player. He's going to do a hold jump attack. What that is the basic attack that most melee enemies do. So this guy doesn't have it because he's a boss. But if I grabbed a random one of you, he needs to wait for his animation. It's one of those. One of these. He's going to do one of these basically. So he'll be able to. His animation is going to be a little bit better. But basically, he'll be able to close distance on you. What's going to be this one? So we have the straight line to hit, to make the player move. We have this one that'll close distance. Being in the air, but you don't know if you allow things like this. He can jump, yeah, but I don't want to deal with that animation. I'd rather him just do like a quick forward. It's just easier versus having to jump, and then if you attack, now you need to make sure that he doesn't jump too high, right? And then if he jumps super high and you can't hit him, then that doesn't feel good. So at that point, just, you know, do like a quick dash towards. Because there's no like aiming up, right? This is not one of those games where you can aim up. And because of that, it's just easier to deal with, like mostly on the ground. What about a rotation attack where he slowly rotates the hammer towards you? How is that? What's the attack? I can see him holding the hammer and pointing it at you, but what happens? Like, I can have him do that and have like a laser follow you. But what's the logic there? Where is it coming from? Like, I don't mind these 4. Do I want a 5? Oh, like he spins it. Like that. Again, anything like a tornado, a laser, anything that is originating at him over a continuous time has the problem of the flamethrower, where it doesn't look like it's coming from him in the right location. So it looks weird. There's no getting around that. So I'd rather not. I'd rather do one of, like, a projectile, like an effect that just launches. Or an effect that just happens. Yeah, but then the tornado has to... So, like, but where's the tornado coming from, again? If he's holding it out, where's the tornado coming from? It just originates from nothing? He's not a magical... Like, if he was a magical sorcerer, that would make sense, right? But he's not. We're having hammers and bullets. Magical bullets. But he has some magic, but it's not really magic. It's just more like the effect that we got. Yeah, I like... Visualize the motion? I thought you were just holding it out, is what you're saying. Tornado sounds like it needs to spin. Either way. What else can we do? I'd like maybe get one more. 4 is fine. I feel like we can go with one more. Maybe with both, or... Stand on the hammer and shoot you? Visually could look cool, but what's the actual benefit? He doesn't, right? It's not like you can't... Is he becoming mortal during that phase? So that's because you can't, because he's above? That doesn't really make sense. Like, visually, it'd be like a fun little animation, but like practically, it doesn't really do anything different. No, I get it. Me saying no is not like, oh, why are you giving me these bad ideas? I'm also in the spitballing thing. Sorry, I appreciate the ideas. I mean, what if I gave him spin to win? You know what? We could do a tornado. What if I had him do a spin to win, and I just had him actually spin, not in the game, but the sprite, like the animation in 3D was rendered as him spinning, fully arms stretched out, and I did a spin to win thing, and he could spawn a tornado on him and then follow you. Oh, that's what you were thinking. You just couldn't explain. Oh, okay. I thought you're trying to get him to like spawn like forward. Spin to win. Tornado follows player. Tornado boss. We'll see how we end up doing it. What I might end up doing, honestly, is in reality is when he does it, I might turn him into a homing projectile. Like, I will hide him and turn on a homing projectile that he spawns. That is just him spinning with the effect. Or some shit like that. We'll need to do some custom stuff, but I could probably get away with. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I think that's fine for melee. He can be invulnerable during this. I'm fine with him being invulnerable during this. And then a squid falls from the tornado. No. If I ever do a sea, like a sea theme or like a water theme thing, I might include a squid or a squid-like creature. Okay? Right now, there's no plans on it, but it might. I haven't figured out how I would do a water theme, but I am gonna need more themes, so. Okay, so our hammer phase is now one arm slam down. That's going to make a giant bunch of explosions going down the line towards the player, like in a relatively quick succession. So it has a good range. The other one is going to be him spinning as he moves quickly forward towards the player himself. He'll go through the player as well. Like he might end up overshooting the player, but that's fine. Then he has the multi-hit attack. And on the last one, he's going to do a big explosion around him. We're going to need to figure out something more interesting there, probably. We'll see. I think it's fine. Then there's the one that he spins a. Where's the low one? So this one, he's gonna on hitting the ground spawn spikes towards the player. Then we're gonna spin to win tornado, which also follows the player. So we have effectively 3 things that should get to a ranged character. And I'll make sure to adjust the actual logic of him to prioritize those attacks if the player's distance is over a certain amount. Okay. Next is the gun stuff. So the slow one shot, the really slow one shot, I'm tempted to go have him shoot a big laser. I'm talking about this one. Have a quick, giant laser shot on this one. But the only thing is, in terms of effects, I don't think I have any lasers that kind of turn on and off. I have this. Right? I have these. but I don't think they don't have like a turn on and off. Let's go to the projectiles mega pack. I don't have a level here. Oh, there's maps. Oh, this doesn't work because I've... Oh, it does. D works. But that's just not a good way of previewing them. Yeah, Jacob, well, thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a good night's rest. So let's take a look at these. We have some big projectiles. Also, we have... What? This is column 1 nature and column 1 ice. They look all exactly the same. Why? Did you forget to like customize these in colors? It's the same one. I think you forgot to customize these in colors. Oh, no. Inside of it is like ice. But then why did they change the colors? I see. Okay. The inside like effect has different things. Okay. But this is a good one, right? For a big fireball. In fact, if we scaled it bigger, I think he can shoot a big fireball. I'm okay with this. Seems like a good one. What else do we have here? We have another one that just seems like a worse version of it. Yeah, we're just gonna go with that one. Let's see what else we got. Ooh, we can use these when he's shooting the quick ones. This almost looks like a bullet. Or do we want to do this one instead? Well, I kind of like this one more. It's kind of like a very bullet shaped. I like it. No to that. I don't think we want any gravity stuff. Or kind of magic stuff. I don't think we want those. And the fireballs here are not as good. No, the other one's better. Okay. Next. Ooh. Arrow? Give me arrow. That's a hit. Oh, it says hit. We don't care about the hits. Hit. Muzzle. These are not organized, unlike the other ones. Interesting. Don't want arrow. But I'm curious. Oh. Oh ho ho. Okay, get rid of that one. This one's just basically a bullet right there. Nope. Yeah, I think the other ones are not going to be as good, right? Yeah. No, we want bullet. We like bullet. What are orbs? Orbs are just orbs. No. Orb of orb, lots of orbs. What is this one? Did I do something with this one? That's an interesting one. That's an interesting one. I feel like I could use this one. I just need to figure out what I would want it to do. So I'll keep it here. Let's take a look. Continue forward. Save. Again, don't care about the hit. I just want to see this one. Oh, that's cool. Hit, muzzle, projectiles. Again, we don't care about the arrow, but I just want to look at them. I think they're cool. Arrow. It's cool. I can't use it, but it's cool. Right. Same thing with this. It's a playing card. It's cool. He's just not for him. This one's even cooler though. Oh, cooler still. Better color. Anyway. Ooh, this one has more other bullets. That's not very good. Rock? If it had a better material, but we can put the materials on it. Ice crystal, right? Just a shitty girder. This is just playing on magic, basically, right? And this is like an ice thing. Just, you know, we have. Yeah, if we have like a shadow type enemy, we have a lot of like shadow, gravity, or whatever, darkness attacks, which is good because I'm gonna want one. Gonna want one like that. So with these, let's take a look at our stuff. So if we look at our spreadsheet now, so the slow one shot will do the giant fireball orb. The medium one, I kind of wanted to do something. I want this to do something more. Orbs, it's orb 16, right? Hit orb 16. Oh, you know what we could? That's what we can do. We could have this one be a relatively slow projectile and have a massive radius of when it explodes. So this will be relatively slow. It might even stay in the field for quite a while, and eventually it'll just do a big explosion. I like that. Slow projectile into massive explosion radius. Okay, the multiplier will shoot the multiple quick bullets. Slow rotation fire. I don't know about slow. I'm gonna. How do we do rotation fire? I feel like he should do one of these over his head. That's not very interesting. Because I'm thinking, like, does he like face and try to like shoot as he's like sidestepping effectively to turn around? So I don't think we have one that turns, right? We have a lot of walking ones in different directions, but we don't have a turn one, I'm pretty sure. That doesn't count as a turn. It's not count as a turn. A little walking backwards, but no turns. No turns. Yeah. Okay. I'll probably kill this because I think that's a full cloth thing, so it's not gonna it's gonna get in the way. So in my version, I'll probably get rid of this thing. Keep the rest. Just get rid of this cloth piece. But we're still missing one, right? Because this is 4. I want 5. If we don't do the slow rotation fire, oh, you know what we can do? I just figured out a way of using the lasers. What if he shoots up in the air? And then we can have exclamation points appear around the player. In random locations around the player. And then after a moment, we could have those hit down. I like that. I like that. Out of curiosity, if I was to go to the energy beam ones, what happens if I turn it on and turn it off? Like quickly. There's no deactivate here. Because there's no like duration. Yeah, turning it on gives an animation. Turning it off, at least in this one, doesn't actually have it like fade out. Okay. In that case, we could shoot a different projectile up in there. Or do we want to shoot one of these? I kind of feel like it's shooting a different one. Let it go to the vertical beams one. All right, because if we use these, maybe. All right, because some of them had the little ball and then it came down. Yeah. I think we could maybe make use of these. Where it, these appear and then, right, it slams down. Or one of the other ones. I was looking at that one. Hey, Mario, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. The game has been looking real good in the latest streams. Kudos. Thank you. I'm glad that you think the game has looked like shit prior to that. Thank you for confirming. I'll go cry after the stream. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think we can use these. I think, like this one, I imagine there's a delay control. Yeah, delay beam. So if we want to, right, we can say 5 seconds. Oh, that is, wait, hold on. Wait, where? Wait, what did I just press? Oh, here we go. Scale, master delay. Wait. Oh, anticipation delay. So this was 1.8, right? So if I did, okay, let's do like 3 seconds here. And then we can do an extra 3 seconds here. Yeah. I think we can use that. So he shoots up in the air, and then we get these. Yeah. You're happy to see a lot more about the game and people sticking out for it? We want to keep you moving? Well, I appreciate it. I'm going to continue moving regardless. I'm definitely going to continue moving regardless. Because I think it's... It has... I think it has a chance, like, for people to enjoy it. So, and I'm enjoying making it. So I think it's a win-win in that regard. Okay, so yeah, if we go with those, right, if we go with that, so we have now. Let me actually grab this. Go to here. Save. Put you here. Oh wow, that is a bit. That is much bigger than I thought it was. We'll probably need to scale it down to like 0.5 or something, or even smaller. 0.3. Anticipation delay, like 2. This should be 3.8 then. The game is 2.5D, but the effects are all pushing hard on the Z-axis, exasperating depth. Really cool choice. I'm glad. Yeah, I the 2D thing came from seeing what's it called? Shit, what's the game called? Oh, I always forget the name of the game. Square Enix game. It was a 2.5D Square Enix game. When I first saw it, I was like, that is really cool. With the shallow depth of field. I can't do shallow depth of field in my game. It's just it just doesn't really work. But can't remember the name of the game now. I blame the heat. It's still 75 degrees. Octopath Traveler. Jesus Christ. Bad game. Octopath Traveler. It has some inspiration from that. I say that never having played the game, mind you. I just saw like a small video of it, of the visual style and some pictures. That was it. Well, that's what started it. Okay, so now we have lasers that are coming down. We don't even need exclamation points. Because they just have their own that thing has its own kind of radius where it shows you. So we have big fireball, slow projectile into massive explosion, multiple quick bullets, you know what? In his gun phase, I am gonna give him the kick. But no, that's gonna screw over melee way too much. I was gonna say, if you get close, then he'll just kick you away, but then melee has no chance. Put a translucent mesh in front of the camera with a bokeh blur mask to blur the sides, and maybe you could pass it for cheap depth of field. How would you do a fake bokeh blur mask? You see that like there's a very easy way of doing it. I have a post-process. Yeah, but there's no blur post-process effect. I mean, there is. I tried one. I followed a tutorial for a post-process one. Fun fact, more expensive or as expensive as the actual depth of field, not cheaper. I really like the look, but if I go to here, not here. Yeah, you can't do like, there's no blur texture you can apply. So it has to be post-process. I made a short for it. I actually did pretty well, surprisingly. Oh, play and then change it so it doesn't save it. It looks so cool as like a miniature thing. I really like it. Well, but I know people would hate it. For an actual game, people would hate it. Someone suggested putting it on as a photo mode, having it as an option like in the photo mode. But I can also have it as an option if I want to, like someone wanted to use this kind of effect. But saw a guy faking lenses with meshes and planes in front of the camera and reel. If you can send me the a video for that, I'd love to see it. I've never heard of this method. This is my first time hearing about it. If there's a way of doing it, I'm interested. I've definitely never seen something like that before. Well, there is no pushing the camera closer or further. Camera is locked off. There's no rotating the camera. There's no zooming in and out. This is it. It's like Diablo Path of Exile, locked off camera. I mean, I think in those games you could sometimes zoom in a little bit, but not really. Let's go to back here. Okay. Last one. What do we do for... We could give him some kind of melee thing. Hey, Donnie, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Use a canvas with a blur component. Mask it with an inverted vignette kind of mask. What is a canvas? This might be a stupid question. What is a canvas in Unreal? What don't I know? I don't know what I don't know. You use a UI with a blur. There's a... Does UMG have a blur? I don't think... It's hold. Please hold. What? Wait, what? Oh, why is there why are there offsets by default? Interesting. Obviously needs the mask. Yeah, yeah. Links don't work on the stream chats. I have a stream chat channel on the Discord. You can post it there. Yeah, you could do a mask on that. That is an interesting idea. That is an interesting idea. If I wanted to do that kind of an effect for cheaper. Huh. It wouldn't do... I still will need the actual blur, like depth of field. But that's really good to know about the background below. I feel like I've seen it before, and I just completely forgot about it. Because I've definitely seen blurred UI stuff, and maybe it just didn't click. But I need blur for this. So I need like actual camera blur for stuff like this. Because for reference, if I go to the player, camera, not blur, depth of field, right? If I turn this off, you can see on the trees especially. Right, it's all very sharp when you don't have the camera depth of field blur. But this is not, you can't do this with, no, this is perspective. Orthographic would look real bad. Was it Discord channel? Expression mark Discord, or it should be in the description. Oh, Discord channel.
At time, pausing before another, it works in the editor, but not packaged moment.
It's the bottom of general. Stream chat right underneath clips. You should see. If you've like filtered stuff out, you might need to go to channels and roles and turn it on. Because maybe you filtered it out at some point and said, fuck that, I don't want that channel. We'll take a look at it after that. Or like at that part. I'm not gonna watch the entire thing. I mean, while I'm here though, here's orthographic. It's a very different look. But the main thing is, when it's orthographic, you lose all depth. Right? This is very far away, but you just lost all of your depth. Compared to perspective, where it's like... It's a look, you could do it, but I feel like if you're going orthographic, then there's no point for what I'm going for, which is having that sense of like a deep, expansive dungeon below. Because orthographic, right, kills perspective. Hence the orthographic. It could look cool. Just not for what I'm going for. Almost feels like these are feel like so big now, because they are, just relative to like these pieces. Now they feel even extra big. Yeah, they're all. Yeah, back. So this is at 210. Does he show? Okay, I guess he doesn't show how to do it at 210 though. Does he show how to do it? Oh, also, Cinecamera actor. That's a problem. Yeah, you can do a lot with Cinecamera actors. I'm not using the Cinecamera actor. I'm using the regular camera actor. The Cinecamera actor can do like cinematic depth of field and some really cool stuff. He's also using path tracing. It's a little bit different. In terms of what can be done on a regular camera, but lens blue, you know. But I'll probably look through it a little bit more and thoroughly, a little bit more thoroughly, with audio after the stream when I get a chance. But chances are, can't do it. As it's gonna be my guess, because yeah, Cinecamera is very different than regular camera. Okay. Last ability. What do we do? Oh, you know what we can do? We could do a jump back into a fire. She like jumps backwards and hits the area where he was. I feel like something like that would need to be quick, and that would not give the player enough response, though. And then as melee, you would have to chase him, which would be a pain in the butt, but it would make sense at least. You should be walking around quite a bit more during that phase anyway. I don't love it. I feel like keeping melee is fine. You're gonna be taking attacks to the face basically if you're gonna stay there. So it's gonna be shitty regardless. Can we get... What else can we do? He doesn't have a cannon. Although I had the slow one shot might as well be like a cannon attack. What would make sense? A sweep across the ground? No. I kind of want to give him a nuke. Like in StarCraft, the when you deploy a nuke, he'll just stay there for a moment. And then if you stay in that one area for too long, it's silly, but it wouldn't be actually effective in any way. Because then you just... Right, as soon as you see it, you move. And if he takes too long, then you're obviously going to get away in time. And if it's too quick, then it's a reaction time thing. It doesn't make sense either. What else can we do? Hmm. What else can we do? Right, we have the kick, but I don't know. I don't think I want the kick. I'll have a little cloth just. Figuring out attacks and abilities for enemies that are interesting is always so difficult. Like, I could give him a long hold laser. I could. The problem with it, though, is if you step to the side, you just don't get hit. But if you can have it rotate, so we're using this already. This one, I could have him. I could have him do this as an attack. To be fair, I could have him do one of these. It would kind of make sense. It's just so easy to get away from it. And if it's so big, then it's gonna be weird as well. But it could be done. It could do that. If you're using a normal camera, you could still use focal distance. The trick is to use smaller fields of view, like 10, and place the camera further than usual to give you a starting point. Oh, yeah, I already have regular depth of field on the, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm already using. I can't do like all the fancy stuff the cine camera can. Yeah, I'm using specifically the regular depth of field. I think we can go with this, and then we just need to say that only do this. But see, the problem with this one is because of the way it's done. If you were here and the animation was here and you moved, you would expect not to get hit. And I really do not want to have separate attacks for all of these being set up. Or setting a custom setup just for this. I don't think it's cool enough for it. You know what? Let's do grenades. we're gonna give him a toss for grenades. Right? I mentioned I didn't hit stop. He's gonna complain. Yeah. Because we have under the explosions, right? We have these. We have in-air explosions. I could give him grenades. That he just, or like something that he throws up into the air. If they're too small, shit. If they're too small, you're not gonna see them. But if they're too big, then it doesn't make sense. How did he just grab, you know? Although I have another enemy that literally does that, so you know what? Never mind. It's fine. We can have him throw a bunch of grenades in the air, kind of thing. He can throw them in the air like in an arc. And then we can have them explode. No, these are not free. I pay for them. Sorry, Stormrun. Also, since yesterday, the color of your name in chat has been different. Used to always be yellow, and now you're purple. And it's gonna take some getting used to. It's not your fault. You have no control over it. But on my side, I guess the update to made you change color for some reason. Yeah, let's do that. You do have control over it. It's a mind game. Well, stop playing mind games with me. These are like ground at. Wait, these are separate? No. Oh, so there's ones that are just up in there. Yeah, so we'd probably use one of these kind of things. Like that one. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I don't think these quite make sense. We already have a straight ahead one. We might use this instead of the other one, though. Okay, yeah, let's do that. That's gonna be our thing. Grenade toss. Throw a bunch of grenades in an arc that explode midair. Basically, we're just gonna make them be straight projectiles, have no like have no like scattering like a normal lob projectile. They're just gonna go out like a multi-shot and then just explode in there, which will make it look, I think, pretty cool. Potentially. And then we can reuse the sprite atom that we had before for another enemy. Yeah, as long as it's shorter, you can have it disappear. I think it should be fine. Okay, but I think that's it. I think we're gonna drop the kick. We're gonna need the animation of throwing away the hammer. So hold on. So if we go ahead and take a look now. What animations do we need to make? We have this. We have this. We have this. This needs to be made into an animation. And this needs to be made into an animation. Slam down needs to... does it? Do we have a slam down? I feel like that's one of those that should exist. But doesn't. I mean, we have one with freaking root motion. I guess what I can do, actually, is I can just take from here, kill the previous frames, just take from here, and instead of having move forward, he'll just jump upwards, and then be fine. We can convert this into a root motion thing. By doing this. And then tweaking it a little bit. And then it would make more sense to have a big explosion, because I think that would be pretty cool. The only thing is, this has... He grabs it with two hands at the end, so we'll need to modify it to not grab with two hands. Because he only has one. But I think we can make use of that. So this one... So, okay, let's do... yeah, that's going to be the color for full. This one needs to be... let's just do the same color. Also needs to be created. So these we can reuse. Spin to win is another custom one. This is we're grabbing from Mixamo. We need to attach the hammer to it. Throw hammer is also custom. So we have 5 animations that we need to make for him. I think it's fine. We can do that. He will have the most animations. Right? Because Stone Golem has 6. He has 10. Maybe I drop one from each. Maybe that is too many. But at the same time, in phase 2, he has access to 6 attacks. So here we have access to 5 attacks. Fuck it. No, I'm keeping it as is. It'll just be more interesting. Or is he gonna say he's more interesting? Okay. Okay. He's gonna need a name. I was gonna do a dragon. So in Unreal, I've named my like enums for this boss dragon. So I'm tempted to just continue calling him Dragon. Because it's kind of funny to me. And then later on, when we actually figure out a name for him, we can go with whatever it is. I'm kind of okay with that. So let's go ahead and export. I don't need to save this. Let's export the base that we're going to be using. And go from there. Because then we can see whether Cascador is going to read it just fine. And we'll also need to test the materials, right? Because the materials are also going to dictate how well he reads and his scale. So we have a lot of stuff to like figure out before we do the animations themselves. So let's get this exported out. He's gonna be so much better for the steampunk environment too. So glad. Yeah. Let's export him. Let's call him I'm gonna call him warrior here. One-handed warrior. Spell that right. And then we can give him a name down the line. So let's just do skeleton here. So we need save that. So we're gonna need an FPX, and we're also gonna need a GLB. I love that I didn't remove the extension there. Okay. Let's start with Cascador and getting him in there, and we can go. Get him in here, get him rigged, and get him working. Save a base version, and then yeah, go from there. So now we know that he's going to work in Cascador. Import FBX. We want to import a model. Wait. Model. Open. Up. Hold on. Why, please? FBX up axis. Why? Why is it why? I can't tell you. I export out of Unreal at Z up. So, how is it right? Yes. Oh, what happened to his arm? Haven't had that one yet. What? I kind of need that. Okay, hold on. Let me see if Blender reads it as a GLB. Okay, so it is there. So FPX is just saying fuck you. It is that what I'm understanding? It's okay. Let's try this again. Don't save. Import GLB. Model. Okay, so this one it can't do. Okay. What the hell? What the hell? Why? It's not like inside of him, right? No. No. It's just nowhere. Maybe like it would be like inside of him, like it didn't get positioned right. No, it's just nowhere. Huh? I kind of wanna. Okay. No, it's fine, guys. It's fine. Okay, what if I export it out of the world now? I mean, I've same settings I've always done. This is not where I was expecting to find any kind of resistance. What if I imported the FBX into Blender? No, he actually does not have... What? So at least that's consistent. So it's not a Cascador. Okay. Let's try GLTF. GLB, GLTF. Maybe the GLTF will work? GLB didn't, but... Exported? No. Okay, what if... Okay, hold on. What if we import him as a GLB into Blender and export him out of Blender as an FBX? Also, let me just delete all the extra files with GLTF just shit. Okay. Import. And then we do file, export, FBX, selected objects. You overwrite. Okay, because we have it here. Got him. Could not be fully recognized. Ah, fuck. Why not? Weapon L does not need anything. Everything seems fine. This seems fine. I don't care about weapon L, weapon R. Toe R doesn't have a thing. Why can't I? How do I? You. Can I not? Continue editing. I don't remember how to... How to make more. Okay. There's foot. Oh, that's that case stuff. Why didn't you work? Original is... What if I did toe L and the mirrored is toe R? No? How do I... Okay, pelvis, thigh. Okay, so ball L here is the toe. Ball L, right? So where's ball R? You. Can I just drag you onto this? Oh! Oh, it's because it has an underscore for some reason. Why the hell does it have an underscore? Well, there's the problem. Did it work? This looks different than normal. But let's just go ahead and grab you. Grab all of you guys. Looks like it works. Okay. He looks so silly with his tiny little head. Okay, we got him. We got him in. His proportions are so off, but in a way, it actually helps me. Save as. Lion Warrior, Cascador base. Save. Yet otherwise, set this to 12. So he's at 12 FPS. Save. And everything else we don't care about, right? Everything else is done. Rig's working. Yay. Okay. So with this working, this all good. We can go ahead and close out of here. So we're not going to be animating right now. And then let's go ahead and save this. Yeah, let's go ahead and save it. Your base. Let me actually. Of course, he has a bunch of materials. Actually, that might help me. You know what? That actually is going to help me. Because that will allow me to replace just his body with one material. Oh, yeah, this is actually going to help me. And copying the materials should be fine afterwards because of my script. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. Sweet. Okay, so tomorrow we'll need to little eyes now. Tomorrow we'll need to go in and actually set up the materials for him so it'll render correctly. I'm gonna forget, so I'm gonna turn off shadows now. There we go. And then we go from there. Yeah. We got things figured out. Yeah. Wait, please about something. So yeah, we'll set up the materials tomorrow and then start bring in, I think we should be able to pretty much bring in the animations that are from Mixamo in, migrate them over, see if they line up. We might need to do a little bit of touch-ups or some tweaks still through Cascador, most likely on those. Right, because they're not gonna be perfect for it. And then go from there. I think nothing's set up. But I think it's a good stopping point for tonight. someone call it here. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Hope you had fun. I enjoyed myself. If that means anything to you. Probably doesn't. It shouldn't. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for Friday. Tomorrow's Friday, guys. Hope you all have a fantastic rest of your night. And I'll see you guys then. Take care. Bye-bye.